Do you ever go to bed hungry or not know when your next meal is going to be? If the answer is no, then you're lucky. There are thousands of people in Arkansas, I don't know why I want to say Arkansas, in Arkansas alone who are starving, even if you haven't experienced it yourself. You're most likely going to have an encounter with someone who is facing that struggle. If you are thinking about giving back, what better way than giving someone a meal? Maybe it is time for us to start doing our part and help the community. For my 4 hours of service learning, I wanted to learn more about the hunger the Arkansas community faces and what I could do to help. My name is Kenzie Long, and I completed my service hours at the Arkansas Food Bank. The mission of the Arkansas Food Bank, according to the arkansasfoodbank.org, is to provide Arkansans with more healthy and nutritious food sources. In 1982, the Arkansas Rice Depot was formed. There was a surplus of rice, and the Arkansas farmers asked themselves, how can we give what we have to those who need it most? The Arkansas Rice Depot actually expanded with the Kids for Food program. This program sent kids home every weekend from school with a backpack full of food. This program was actually replicated in 40 states. The Arkansas Rice Depot was eventually merged into the Arkansas Food Bank, which now serves 280,000 people. I had a wonderful experience volunteering at the food bank. Amber Bryant was the activity organizer that day. There were also college students and children from the Arkansas State Hospital helping volunteer. The service work was completed at the Donald W. Reynolds Distribution Center in Little Rock. The task we were given that day was pretty simple. We had to sort out the food that was donated into separate bins. For example, there was a bin for plain water, breakfast food, soda, rice, canned goods, etc. This activity helped support the organization mission because you had to start somewhere. After the first step was the wonderful people who donated the food, and the next it was to sort the food out. After the food is separated, they weigh out into smaller boxes. For example, the juice had to weigh 40 pounds. Getting more involved in the community not only benefits others, but can also improve your communication skills. There are 2 communication concepts and communication principle connected to my service experience. Throughout your life, you're going to communicate with a surprising amount of people. So the relevant communication principle is communication is simultaneous. The definition, according to the UALR Survival Guide 2018, is communication is the constant exchange of behaviors that could be interpreted by the other. Each person is sending and receiving simultaneously. They're not really taking turns. It's just, I'm sorry, I lost track of my thing. Definitions. It's just a structure and it's an ongoing process. An example from my service that illustrates this principle is when you're all busy running around each other, you might not be using words, but you are sending and receiving signals of communication through body language. The first communication concept is intergroup communication. The definition, according to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree 2017, is the interaction between members of different co-cultures. For example, age, race, physical disabilities. The Arkansas State Hospital brought their kids to volunteer, and there were college students and older adults. And my example illustrates the definition because we are always going to be communicating with people who have different experiences. The second communication concept is self-fulfilling prophecy. The definition, according to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree 2017, is a prediction or expectation of an event that makes the outcome more likely to occur than would otherwise have been the case. An example from my service that illustrates this concept is before I went to the food bank, I told myself that I was going to be kind and do the best that I could that day. I went in with a good mindset, and it helped make the day more enjoyable. I had a great time helping, and now I'm going to volunteer there again. As humans, we always have room to grow. As humans, we always have room to grow, so I can use communication concepts and ethical implications to improve not only my communication, but also my community. One communication concept I could use to improve my communication would be remembering. The definition, according to Adler, Rodman, and Dupree, 2017, is the act of recalling previously introduced information. I chose this concept based on my service experience because during the day I had to ask our supervisor a few times where a certain thing wasn't specified on the bin. I had to ask her where it would go. And so I could use this concept to improve my implication. By staying focused on what someone is saying, so I will remember it. An ethical implication I could use to improve my community would be responsibility. The definition, according to the UALR Survival Guide 2018, is holding ourselves accountable for our choices, actions, and communication with others. I chose this implication based on my service experience because we didn't have someone watching over us, so we could have slacked off, but it was our responsibility to get the job done. I could use this implication to improve my community by making sure I'm fulfilling my responsibility of trying to improve society. So in conclusion, if you have the opportunity to donate, please donate food or your time at the Arkansas Food Bank. Helping the community is important, and you never know what you might learn along the way. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.